he could go for free. Barcelona will allow him to go for free as well. So maybe if he can come to some compromise. If not, then I'm not sure where Memphis would go. We heard that United would be looking to possibly bring him back as striker depth. As you can see, they don't have a number 9 at Man United. So Memphis out of Barcelona would be good for him, good for his career. He could play somewhere, Louis van Gaal has already told him that he needs to get some minutes. If he doesn't get minutes, he's not going to pick him anymore. So he's desperately going to have to actively get some minutes, and getting out of Europe alone would be great. But Juventus is not it. Juve is just not it, man. Juve is just not it. He was close to joining Chelsea as well, but that fell through the same. They were willing to offer the demands, but not the length in terms of the contract, which, that stopped that deal. But I don't know what's going to happen next with Memphis. He was really good a couple of years ago. He's then fell off, and you can't tell why. He's been good for the Dutch, not good club level. It's going to be a mystery for Memphis throughout this entire window.
Yeah, I agree with you on there. I personally would not be to Juventus at all. Right, they're not in a good position right now, and I wouldn't want to be a part of that process. Leaving from Barcelona, a rebuild, to go to the start of a next rebuild, it just wouldn't make sense to me. But yes, sticking with Barcelona for the third time running now. Apparently this is a Catalan episode, and it's my guy Lewandowski. Apparently a contract clause there is a clause in his contract which stipulates that if he's supposed to get 25 goals in any season at Barcelona for any amount of seasons, which essentially means in layman terms, if he gets 25 goals for the season, no matter how many seasons, Barcelona are supposed to give them 1.25 million euros. Lewandowski has been firing so far this season. Sure, he won't be in the Champions League, but I can easily see him hit maybe 40 goals for the season for the Catalan club, which will mean that Barcelona will have to pay 1.25 million euros, right? Along with the bonuses that Lewandowski will have for appearances as well as a game time. I honestly, Barcelona fans should want Lewandowski to stop scoring. Technically, the board certainly might. What do you make of this? Why would Barcelona add something that in the contract if they know Lewandowski will consistently hit that target over the course of the next few seasons? Why would they do that?
Hey, listen, I couldn't tell you. I mean, maybe they thought they were signing Robert Lewandowski or something like that. Maybe they thought they weren't going to sign somebody who consistently scored 50 goals in the last 6.5 seasons. And they're broke. So, yeah, I don't know how they're going to pay him either. So I think Barca are just going to be in a similar position they were here. Maybe they just pull up a few more levers, get some more money, and pay him off. But it's an awful pick. It doesn't make any sense. 25 goals is nothing for Robert. He'll do that by January.
Honestly, I feel so too. It's just weird that Barcelona are that desperate and they're bringing in new talent when they know they don't have any money. But moving on from that, we're moving on to another young Brazilian talent by the name of Endrich. Endrich has been linked with a plethora of clubs. The young, I believe, 16, 17-year-old player is actually ripe with offers right now. There's nothing that it's all up in the air right now in this future. So honestly, where do you think he goes? He has a lot of potential suitors from the Champions League, whether Real Madrid all the way back.
Yeah, I think Endrick 16 from Palmeiras, he's very good. He's a very good kid. However, he's by Brazilian sports law, he can't leave the country until he's 18. So he has to stay for a couple more seasons. Does have a 60 million euro release clause. Real Madrid, Barcelona, they're the front runners. However, Palmeiras are now a bit, how may I say, they are reluctant to sell to those clubs because of tax rules. When you sell a player to Spain, they won't receive all 60 million as the release. So So Man United, PSG, they've emerged as front runners now, because if they pay the 60 million, then Palmeiras will indeed get 60 million. So that's no one's really rushing over his future, because he won't be able to leave in 2 years anyway. But for whoever gets Endrick will have a talent on their hands for the next 10-15 years.
Honestly, I can agree with you on there that this guy looks absolutely insane. He looks absolutely insane, and I see him being one of the top talents in world football. So hopefully we can hear from him soon. Hopefully we can see him soon in Spain, or just in any of your big clubs. Because sorry if I'm stumbling over my words right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I haven't had my English lessons today. English is not my first language.
Makes sense.
But moving on from Endrick to an old but gold striker by the sexiest striker on the planet, Olivier Giroud. He has renewed his contract with AC Milan. Do you think this is a good deal? Do you think that it works? Honestly, I believe it does, and I honestly, I'm just looking forward to seeing him play for the last couple of seasons of his career.
Yeah, I think Giroud has been one of the best strikers in this generation, one of the most underrated strikers to say the least. He has been really, really good. Olivier, he's won every trophy. He's won the Champions League, he's won the Europa, he's won the World Cup. There's nothing that Olivier Giroud has not won. He's won the Scudetto. It's fantastic for them to tie him down for another year. And it's just all green. It's all green for AC Milan. With the way they're going now, they have to chase down Napoli. They would have to do a bit more than just re-sign Giroud. But right now, it's brilliant. It's a brilliant move from Piolo's men.
Yeah, it's brilliant business. It's brilliant business from them. Hopefully we can see more from him. Hopefully we can see more from him over the course of the next few seasons. As we know, he has won literally everything that he can when it comes to the Ballon d'Or. So
that's a bit out of his reach.
Yeah. So let's see what's up. Let's see what's up with that. All right. Yes. To the last two topics or so for the day. And it's actually me and you talking, reasoning about the competitiveness of the Premier League. We've often heard it in recent times. People say, oh, the Premier League is not competitive, it's only one or two teams. Liverpool, Manchester City. For the last 5 seasons, Manchester have won it literally 4 times. It's no longer competitive. This season has surely proved that. It has surely proven that the Premier League is in fact the most competitive league in the world. We have the best strikers, the best attackers. Maybe the only league that can honestly say otherwise is League One with that trio up front for PSG. But aside from them, we have the best strikers, the best defenders, the best midfielders. We have everything in the Prem, right? And even non-traditional teams that aren't normally winning the big trophy, they're doing well. Look at Brighton and Hove. Look at when Sheffield Wednesday was doing absolutely amazingly, right? Mm-hmm. You remember those days? Everyone remembers those days.
Yeah, everyone remembers.
Yeah, and it's just been on the rise since then for Premier League football. It has consistently been the best league in the world. So hopefully people stop saying that soon and wise up to it that the Premier League is in fact the greatest league on planet Earth and will be for the next few years.
Yeah, I don't know how people would say that the Premier League is not the best league in the world. I mean, which other league in world football, I'm not even saying just Europe, but which other league in world football boasts back-to-back champions in Liverpool? I mean, not back-to-back, but you know what I mean. One of the best teams in the world, Liverpool, who are currently in 10th. They're not even outside the top 4. They're currently in 10th. Man City won the league. They're top. They're the second. Arsenal were poor last were poor in the last couple of seasons. They're top. Man United are back. Brighton looking really good. Fulham looking good as a promoted team. Newcastle United looking brilliant. There are so many teams you can go through and say they are surprises. You look at Crystal Palace. You can still throw even Aston Villa in that conversation. Because the talent is there, the quality is there. I mean, Thomas Muller, they questioned him as to if he was to ever leave Bayern, what league would he play in? And he said he'd love to go to the Premier League because whereas in the Bundesliga you just have Bayern and Dortmund, maybe Leverkusen challenging for the title. In the Premier League you got 6, 7, even 8 teams going for the title at one time. So it's just like that. I mean, the Premier League is the best league in the world. La Liga does boast the teams with the best with the winning records, Champions Leagues, Europa Leagues, but the Premier League has the most competitive spirit in that league.
I completely agree with you in your assessment. The Premier League is just different. It's just a cut above the rest. Well, you said in Spain that they've had the best win records, especially in European competitions. It hasn't been the same recently. We saw Madrid winning, but Madrid is certainly the only Spanish club in the world that can feasibly have even a chance to win the Champions League, right?
Yeah.
And I hate when people say that, no, it's not competitive in this. Right? Like, let's be real. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. If it wasn't competitive this season, right, we'd see the same old story.
Yeah.
City leading the league with Liverpool 1 point behind, and then the rest of the competition behind by 13 or so points right now.
Exactly.
Right? That would be it. But this season, no, we're not seeing that. We're seeing Liverpool showing their true colours that they haven't shown in the past 4 years.
Yeah, and we're seeing Fulham being a top team. We're seeing Newcastle.
Exactly, we're seeing so much. We've seen so much over the course of this season that I refuse to acknowledge anyone who says that. I refuse to acknowledge them. And if you're one of those people that say that, right, what are you doing wrong in your life? Touch grass, go outside, talk to women, tell if you're a lady, talk to guys, right?
Yeah.
Go to a mental hospital, check yourself in and say that there's something seriously wrong with you, right? You sound like Graham Souness.
Oh, he played the game.
you sound like a man like Graham Souness. But, that's enough of me ranting about the greatest league in the world. Honestly, it has been a good show today, folks. Thank you for tuning into the GT Sports Transfer Roundup. It's been a pleasure to serve as per usual. Please fasten your seatbelts, buckle up whilst we enter our final descent. Turning over to our co-pilot. Is there anything that you want to say before we touch down?
Bro, this is not Malaysia. No, I'm not going to make that joke. That's a dark joke. I'm moving on from that. I'm moving on from that. Yeah, I'm not going to make that joke. Only thing I would end with, bro, is just in the Europa League game United played, Anthony did his signature and turn his spin. And some people get their, they're getting their panties in a bunch for it. I don't see why. I've been waiting for him to finally do this, and he's finally done it. I know people don't like it. I don't care what anyone wants to say. Jojo Bonito, he's gonna keep spinning. I don't care if we're down 5-0 or we're up 5-0. He's gonna do his spin when he wants to do his spin. I do not care. I want to see more of that spin, right? Ronaldo literally did it in the warm-up before the game today. Neymar told him to continue. Jesus, everyone, leave the kid alone, man. He's just doing fun.
Honestly, they're acting as if Ronaldinho didn't toss on everyone back in the day.
Exactly.
Right?
Ronaldinho was that.
Honestly. Well, thank you guys. It's been your host, Randy Savage and Jackson Bryan. Thank you. We've landed at the GT Sports International Airport. Have a day. You're doing something here, right? Like, subscribe, follow us on Twitter. And we'll see you next time. Take care.
Zoom.